Hello and welcome, IT-TVGaming here. In today's episode I want to show you how to build this mountain base. As you can see, it is a quite lovely design and I have focused a lot on the exterior just because the interior is very simple. As you can see, we got a small storage area on this side and a bedroom on this side and a small cooking area as well as a small enchanting area. Now we can make this as big as you want to, definitely, but I kept it very simple because for me today it was all about the exterior, and honestly I am very happy with it as well. And keep in mind, this is going to be more so a walkthrough instead of a tutorial. It's very difficult to give a tutorial on, so much detail, right? So it's going to be a walkthrough and I basically show you the steps, and if you don't feel like building along, you can just sit back and enjoy. And if you want to build along, there will be a list in the description. But once you got everything, let's get started. And what I want to do is I want to start building the entrance first, and I'm going to use this area over here. So the first thing what I want to do is I want to add some pillars over here and then make a small staircase going up. Okay, that will be just fine. Okay, so let's add some signs as well. Actually, let's replace these with some stairs. My bad. This is going to be the entrance, so let's build up. And I want to go up maybe 4 blocks before going in and up. And we might add some stairs. So let's go all the way around as well. Now I want to talk about something. I am thinking of doing a live stream as well, and I'm trying to come up with a schedule for that. Let's add some fences going up. Now again, I'm going to try to make it very simple, just so we don't spend a lot of resources building this. And then if you want to, you can even add some fence gates and open them up, just to add some color to this area over here. Can do the same thing on top. Okay, and now let's have some stairs going all the way. You can build this at any mountain you want to. You just need to make sure that you extend these out. So that's the only important part of it. Make sure that the mountain is big enough, otherwise it's going to look awkward. Okay, now let's add some dark oak as well. Now what I want to do is I want to go all the way back to this point, and let's do the same thing over here as well. One more thing I want to mention about the live streams. I actually don't really like to do them because, I'm not a very good entertainer. So I think it's going to be very boring to watch me live. Talking about live streams, I want to do them, but honestly, I don't really feel comfortable doing it. I think it's less open for mistakes, and like if I mess up something, I just can edit it out, or if I forgot to show something, I can just always go back there and then just edit in. Okay, now I added this part over here. I'm not really liking it, so maybe some trapdoors, and I'm going to switch between the spruce and the dark oak, so keep that in mind. Now we can maybe open, nope, let's close it. Okay, so let's have some more stairs. And let's do it over here as well. And the best part of a mountain base is that it doesn't require a lot of resources to make, because you can just simply add a entrance and then basically carve everything out for the base itself. This looks weird, so let's fix this. Now what I want to do next is I want to go even out one more. Okay, then we're going to go down from the sides, and I want to use the spruce again. So maybe we can go out from this point. So this, and let's do the same thing over here. And this one is going to continue a little bit further because of the angle of it, but it doesn't really matter. Damn it. Okay, now once that is in place, obviously we are not going to use all of this, so we're going to go back in, but we're going to go back in from this point. So let's get rid of this. Okay. Now let's do the same thing over here. So we want to go out 3 and then go up. Yes, exactly like that. And this should perfectly line up. Now we can even go out with this as well. I think it's almost even if we go down just like that. Oh god. Okay, so now I know it kind of looks weird right now, but bear with me. So now we are going to create a garden, and this is when this all is going to come alive a little bit more. And I'm still not happy with the roof, so we're definitely going to change. No, you know what? I'm going to change it right away. What about this? Then we can go out on the sides. Yeah, I think this can work. Let's add, no, that's going to be too expensive if we add glowstone. I am very tempted to do so. Glowstone it is. Now, before we worry about this over here, what I want to do is I want to make this garden first. So let's even this all out. We're going to use the strip dark oak wood again. Let's go in and up. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side as well. Now we are going to have a garden over here. So let's add the gates. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe. Okay, that looks alright, I guess. And then let's add some stairs. 4 blocks wide. So let's do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now let's add the stairs again. Okay, then on top, what we're going to do, well, actually, we're going to add some signs once more. Then on top, we're going to add a button followed with a slab. I need the spruce button. Okay, then we're going to add some slabs underneath. Go down. You just want to go in until this point. Okay, now let's take some fences and we're going to go up, go out, and go down. And this should line up. Here we go. Then let's add some more slabs. Okay, once that is done, you just want to go across, down. Okay, now let's do the same thing over here. Okay, now let's do this over here as well. And then we are going to finish the garden area. And I don't want to make things too complicated, but the entrance is actually the only part we're going to be able to see from the outside, so that's why I want to give it a little bit more attention. And now what I want to do next is I want to extend these a little bit just to add some depth. Then we're going to add leaves at some point as well. Now this doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm going to keep it symmetrical. Actually, I'm going to try to. I'm not committed to do so. Don't get me wrong. Okay, now I think we can use another pillar going up, then going back. Let's do it over here as well. Now we can go in. Okay, then over here we're going to go up each time by 1 block, and then you just want to connect these again. Okay, now let's do the same thing over here. Okay, now let's close this as well. Okay, then we're going to go down from this point and connect these two. Okay, then we're going to extend this a little bit further, like 2 blocks. Then we're going to go down like this. And I'm trying not to overcomplicate this, so then again we're going to go out 2 blocks, then go in. You get it. We're going to go this and 1 further, and we're going to repeat it over here as well. So to start off, we're going to start with this one, go out 2 blocks, 1, 2, just go down. Okay, and then for this one we're going to go further down and make sure that you extend it by 2 fences. Okay, now we're going to light this all up, and I'm going to use lanterns, and we're going to only do it over on these 2 sides. We're going to cover the remaining sides with some kind of roof with leaves, so don't worry about these areas over here. We are going to add lanterns only at the entrance. Okay, once that is done, what we want to do is we want to make this a little bit more natural, because now it doesn't look very natural, right? So let's go ahead and extend this. Then let's go up. Let's maybe create something like this. Okay, now the fun part, which is going to be adding leaves. Now I want to take some random leaves. So let's start with some acacia leaves. And I'm going to add it in just randomly. Now let's do it a little bit over here as well. So don't worry too much about where I add these leaves, okay? You just want to cover the roof. I don't really mind you using only one kind of leaf or many of them. Just make sure that you cover the roof a little bit so it doesn't look like this. Okay, so we want to have this natural look to it. So I am going to add some leaves randomly, and after that we can worry about how it looks. And over on these sides, just fill it in with some leaves, okay? You can't do wrong with leaves over here. And we're going to add some water as well at some point. Okay, then we're going to extend this one. This is important. We're going to go and break this symmetrical shape. And the reason why you want to do that is just to make it a little bit more interesting to look at. So now let's focus a little bit more on the entrance. So let's go up, maybe over here, connect these 2 points. Okay, then we can even maybe try to connect these two as well. Maybe with this random tree over there. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so now let's work on the entrance. Now let me grab some stone. Okay, let's use some stone as stone bricks for this. And let's make a simple entrance over here. Okay, then again, we're going to add some leaves. Let's go up. Now, this is where we make this a little bit more pretty. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a lot of flowers just to make this look a little bit more interesting, because now it looks very dull. That's not the look we're going for. So I'm going to go for these 4 flower types, but you can add which one you like. Doesn't really matter, but make sure that you use some flowers with different heights. Okay, now we still need to add some more wood, and I'm going to go back to the stripped dark oak wood to add some structure to this so that it looks a little bit more stable, because now it looks like it's going to collapse at any moment. So we do not want that to happen. Just want to go in here and just go across this fence till this point. Okay, now we want to do the same thing over here. And don't mind if this happens, you can just go like this and then always add the leaves whenever you want to. Okay, because we need this for the structure. Okay, now we can work around this as well by adding some leaves. And vines look pretty awesome with this as well. So if you have access to some vines, you can add it. It will definitely make this look a little bit more fancy. Let's extend this as well. Now, I hope you guys didn't expect a step-by-step tutorial, right? Because, you know, me placing leaves, I don't think that's very entertaining to watch. And it's very difficult to tell you when you should place the next leaf. Because, you know, basically you just want to add it however you want to. Just make sure it doesn't look like a tree. This is where I'm going to stop with the leaves. We want to add some construction. Again, we are going to extend these parts a little bit more. Then over here, we are going to go in. Here we go. Okay, now we got that in place. What we're going to do is we're going to add some water to this. Now this is the fun part, because this is going to make it look a little bit more natural. So to start off, we are going to add some water over here, if I can access. Okay, so let's start with some water over here. And don't mind it if it overflows, okay? Well, it can't because of this, but you know, let's do the same thing over here. And let's see how that looks. I want to have it over here as well, so we might need to get rid of these. And then build a small wall, and we can add the water as well again. Here we go. Now we can even do it over here. So let's make a wall. Maybe something like that, and then I can replace, well, actually relocate, can add some orchids, some flowers, and we can add some water again. Now there is one more thing I want to add to this, which is sand. I think sand is a very lovely addition as well, so I'm going to use this side for this. Now let's get rid of these flowers. And let's add some sand. Okay, maybe let's extend this a little bit further. Okay, then again, we are going to add a wall surrounding this sand. Just to give it a little bit more structure, like I said. Okay, now let's add some fence gates. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to add some glass, but first we need to get into this mountain. So let's dig all of this out and let's give ourselves some space. I'm going to replace this with some stone as well. I think it looks much better. Or you can do a mix. Doesn't actually matter that much. If you want to have some dirt paths in between, be my guest. Great addition to this would be sugarcane. I think it adds lovely color. Okay, now we can have another one maybe. Just over here, maybe a little bit bigger. Maybe something like this, and then we can extend this. Now if I would add water over here, I don't think I will ruin anything, right? No. Good. Okay, so let's just add it. Ooh, that's close. Well, it's fine. Okay. Okay, so we want to give the illusion that we have a construction going. So what you want to do is you want to outline it. You don't have to make it difficult for yourself. Just go in and up. Make sure that you go up at least one more block. Okay, so now here we go. We got a very basic wall. Okay, now it looks like we intended to build this all along. Okay, now let's complete this as well. Okay, we do not want to go too overboard with this, so we're going to go up. And you want to make sure that you have different heights, otherwise it's going to look very, unnatural. So make sure that you use different heights, and if you really want to, you can even add some leaves to make this all blend in. Okay, so let's add some fences going up and then extend this out to both sides. Go up again. Add a cobblestone wall followed with a lightning rod. Okay, then you can just add some lanterns again. Okay, then take the spruce fences and go across. Okay, then if you want to, you can even make some of these go down. Get the idea. It doesn't have to be perfect anyway, so don't worry about it too much. Obviously, we want to have a perfect pathway, so we're going to continue with this. Now make the pathway symmetrical, and don't worry too much about the width or the height. Okay, so this should work perfectly fine. Now let's make sure that we have some stairs. And we can go down again. So, and if you end up with areas like this, we have a cheat code called leaves. Okay, you can just fill this all in and basically use this as a space filler. And it's not only going to fill it, but also it's going to make it look better. Okay, now we can add some random lanterns just to light it all up. Okay, so now once you got that, another great way to easily decorate this is by adding bone meal. Just, you know, it makes it so much easier. Let's make this all pretty as well. And I like tall grass, although a lot of people don't like it. Okay, so let's add some leaves over here. Okay, now I'm going to add some vines. Okay, so next up we need to add some glass, and I'm going to use the white stained glass pane, and we already started working on this area. What I want to do is I want to extend this until we have a big enough area. Okay, so let's basically follow this until we are actually in the mountain. So I will go in like 10 blocks from this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, and let's do it over here, and I will just dig all this out. Okay, so once that is all out of the way, we end up with something like this. So let's cover this. Okay, once you got all of that, what you want to do is you want to add some glass over here. So like I said, I'm going to use the white stained glass. So I want to start off over here. Okay, now let's do the same thing. This side. Okay, then we can get this go up. Here we go. Now we can extend this. Now from the outside, it looks like we have all glass, which is fine. Okay, now let's add the doors in as well. Here we go. Now let's go inside and let's start working on the interior. Now you can make this as big as you want to. I'm not going to go too overboard with it. So what I will do is I will go across. Okay, now we can even go down over here just to give us some more space. Well, actually some more height. Okay, so I turned on night vision so that you can see what is happening. Now let's fill in this as well. Okay, right here we're going to add some bookshelves. So let's go in. And let's add some stairs followed with some fences. Okay, then on this side we're going to add a furnace with some walls going up. And then you want to add the crafting table over there. Okay, so for the storage I want to use this area. So okay, so let's add a lantern to light this area up. Okay, so let's add a anvil over here, and then we're going to make a small bedroom. So I'm going to make a very simple bedroom area over here. Okay, so let's add some carpets as well. Okay, then I want to add some campfires as well. So let's add one over here, and maybe another one over here, and let's have two on this side as well. Maybe one more. Okay, and let's add just one. Here we go. Now you can definitely decorate this as much as you want to, but I'm going to keep it as it is right now. And hopefully you all enjoyed this, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Have a nice day. I'll see you the next time.